Out the commenter nation, commenter universe. I'm gonna make the first one very simple for everybody to understand, because they need to understand exactly or just how things work in order for them to come to some competent decision on exactly how things string together to be a searched or to gain views and stuff. And I thought because I've critically acclaimed my message and my knowledge into understanding this, that I'd help you guys understand a little bit better. Now, here's my thing. To Tentacion series. You see, there was no series until I created a series. So any YouTuber can co-sign me on this. If you're a YouTuber, go to your tags and you could try this. Go to type in XXX Tentacion in tags and click on it. Now, before you click on it, make sure that you have TubeBuddy installed. Now, as you're clicking on this, look at three categories that pop up on the left lower side. At the bottom is optimization. In the middle, it's competition. And then at the top of that is volume. Okay. Now, what's very important to understand, the goal in order to find usable tags, okay, is for you to get the fact that optimization needs to be very low. Now, the other two categories, yes, you look for them to be certainly high, but you want optimization as low as possible, which is very difficult, I might add. Having done it even for, I'm going to just say a good 6-7 months, because that's as long as I've been really pushing my YouTube. You'll see it's hard to get optimization down from the green, which you want the other two on the right side, but you want optimization that's close to the left. And if you click the question mark beside optimization, it will explain exactly to you why. Competition. You want competition not to be, let's say, very low, but you want competition to be there because that's the way anything will be searched. And you always want volume to stay on the far right side. Competition can be on the middle, closer to the middle. On the right side is just as good. So excuse me, optimization and competition, you kind of want to be on the right side depending on what's trending. So competition in the middle is very subjective. It's not always going to be the way you want it to be, but it just depends. Okay. So that's where that understanding and justification lands at. But you always, you want the top one volume. You want that one to be on the far right because that says the volume in which things are being searched, in which things are being questioned or appealed to the public who's looking for it. So that needs to be as far to the right as possible always. Competition is variable. It depends. It depends what you're talking about. It depends on what's being presented. Optimization you want to the left, but 90% of the time it's going to be on the far right. Now, here's why I'm saying this. It's because you got to understand, and this is part of Grab a Drink movement, to explain to you why I'm debunking what people are saying, that it's impossible to use someone's name to gain some type of clout. Now, I don't owe this explanation, but I'm doing it because I have a lot of rising YouTubers in the ranks that rock with me. And it's important you understand this. It's impossible to make clout off of someone's name. You can only make clout off of copying someone's media. So for instance, if a major YouTuber drops a subject and I drop a similar subject, that is me making a pill off of what someone else is doing. You can't do it off of dropping a name. It's impossible because you got to understand, people are going to watch what they want to watch. But I'm explaining this so you see the foolery and the debunking that's coming delivered to you in order to present your mind with questions like, it's impossible. It's not that his name's being mentioned. It's that I am the one mentioning his name because I built a series mentioning it. You got to understand how it works, because unless you understand this, you're not going to be able to learn how to get different series, to do different things. Because yes, you can do something that's popular Believe it or not, there are a lot of people that buy views and subscribers. I haven't brought one view. Everything's organic. Everything I've ever done is organic. That's why I mention things how I do. Everything's organic. So that's why I say it's a method to it. It's a method. The way you tag, how you tag it, and they added this feature. So YouTube is progressing. So understanding this added feature is key in order for you to be able to present some type of media that is going to scale itself. So you need to understand how this works in order to scale itself. So at the top bar, when things are going, let's say you drop a topic and you're mentioning something and you see it in the middle, as long as it's fair or above, it's good. But that doesn't mean very low is bad if it's being searched very often. You don't look at what the grade is as much as you look at what the volume, the competition, and the optimization is. Regardless of what these three average out, you have to look at what your topic is, and you have to have a lot of good single tags. Now, I'm doing this and mentioning it because, as I said, there's a lot of YouTubers on the come up. So with this in mind, go to type my name in and then see why I say it is easier for someone to make clout off of mentioning my name in their tags than for them to do a series like I did from scratch and make something work or to get viewership. That's where you'll really understand. Listen, I am not just bragging about myself. I have a bachelor's. I'm working towards a master's. I have multiple certifications. I am not a dummy to this type of stuff, but still I learned this from an individual who has self-proclaimed and told everyone he was a high school dropout. He was very skilled, and that was a mentorship that taught me through videos exactly how it works. That's why I understand YouTube's changes, and that's how I'm able to say there's no way to build clout off of any name. It is if people want to watch your media, they're going to watch it. And this was important for me to take the time out because going forward, as we're getting to different topics, you got to understand we're building series from scratch. Commenter Nation, Commenter Universe is the audience that I presented to. I've built an audience. We are now trending. So I don't joke when I say we are trending. We are setting precedence. We are pioneering. That is not a game. That is no game at all. Matter of fact, it's not a joke in the least. It is because of me looking at analytics, me looking at what we're talking about, and me giving information to show you how we are in the future versus a lot of other people who are stuck at a certain point that literally are running with whatever's being talked about popular. Yes, I did that like my first 3 or 4 videos, but when I actually saw how it was done, I stopped because I said I need to make an organic following. And that is how I work my way to videos such as T Streets and Zach TV because I was doing research. Research is key. Talking about topics and subjects in a way people do not. And honestly, I don't know why a larger YouTuber reached out and asked me to speak about it as the news releases, because then that would put me on trend to make videos with similar titles like them, right? That's why I explained it to you. That's why I do the media the way I do. That's why I do not copycat no one. I move how I move on purpose. That was quickly to address the Tentacion thing. So because you see it in the titles, there's not, and even if a bunch of people are searching it, there are a bunch of people searching Cat Williams. There are a bunch of people searching many different names and titles that I've used. It does not mean the video is going to be successful. It's literally because we've built a series that gave credible information. And some of the people watching are like, how did they know that? That is simply the reason. So that is for me to debunk that ideology so you future YouTubers understand to do research and look at your tags and to build your videos properly. This was some encouragement for the morning. We're finna get into it next video. You already know how I rock. Grab a drink movement. All rights reserved.